Hi, everybody. Doc Ellis, the Hick Doctor from Oklahoma City, November 21st, 2023. Ray from Florida, VA. Currently working on getting documents to you when I hit by a semi. Well, don't come here. I don't want to be around when the roof falls in on you. Okay. I have 2 new MRIs and scans. It's fine. How do you point back to service connection when new evidence is being litigated? Litigation has nothing to do with it. You got hurt in the service. We do that. Now, when we do a rating, well, however you are that day, we rate you. That's what you are. We don't take away from the whatever happened in this wreck. So this is a good thing. All right. Now, this is John from Arizona. Okay, I wrote a Nexus report and connected his service-connected ringing ears, tinnitus, obstructive sleep apnea. And the claim examiner, C&P exam, finds that obstructive sleep apnea is less likely than not due to tinnitus. Hey, there's lots of literature, there's lots of case law that shows that it is, and she just blew you off, okay? Now, my 13th apostle, you didn't know there were 13 apostles, it's Ron White, Blue Collar Comedy Tour. He said you can't fix stupid. Well, this stupid person's wrong. That's not right. Now, check to see if my report, if it went into detail of how your tinnitus interrupted your rapid eye movement sleep, which contributed to sleep apnea, and if I've had cited any literature. If not, write on your report, Doc asked me to send this in, and we'll send you the case law and the medical literature, and then you can appeal that. But that's wrong. They're wrong, typically wrong. And here's the deal. Federal and VA, don't give up. The laws are very fair, just don't give up. Okay, in fact, if you go to Veterans Appeals and click Doc Ellis, you'll see Doc Ellis remand, Doc Ellis remand. Go back to square one. We elect Doc Ellis because I tell the truth. Okay, here's Chastity from Florida. This is FERS, okay. Been working since 2018, mammograms and the lymphedema and blah, blah, blah. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Horrible work conditions, previous unremediated mold, unofficial documentation, new mold growth, warning of asbestos. Now, the question is, do you believe a FERS medical disability is attainable under these conditions? Yeah. Okay, just it depends on what you do. But if what you're doing is hurting, it's making the lymphedema or your breast surgery wrong, and the scarring from that wrong. But if I had cancer, I'm not going to be around mold. There are a lot of mycotoxins that are carcinogenic. Okay, so but if you can't do the job because of your physical conditions, or like you have asthma, you can't work in the hayfields, then you're FERS eligible. You're not Social Security eligible, but sure, it's worth a shot. Okay. Leander, heart valve replacement, bypass, hypertension, anxiety, C&P heart valve. Okay, let's see. Waiting for the VA. Got a lot more to file, sleep apnea, depression, and pain in the knee. BMI is 40. There's your hypertension, your heart valve. Because you have a knee, which contributed to weight gain, which contributed to hypertension, which contributed to heart of the arteries, and contributed to the heart valve. That's covered. Don't give up. Of course, you need help. Okay, and it says, need your help. You need a Nexus report. You need a Nexus report. Somebody knows what they're doing. VA Nexus report. And we'll tie all that together. Here's Christopher from Pennsylvania. I'm new to applying for disability claims. A Nexus letter is encouraged. No, it's darn right. You need to do it. And you need to be somebody who knows what they're doing. You don't go to the VA with your medical records that, the doctors that don't know how to do magic words. And you don't go with just stuff that you had in the service. You get a Nexus letter, putting it all together and explaining. Go into history, give the clone, do it. You need a Nexus letter. Recommend companies. I have some companies not to recommend. Any company that wants to have a piece of any award, that's unethical. And they charge you $5,000 and $10,000. That's ridiculous. That's unethical, I think. But if they do it and get away with it, okay. But they're screwing the beds. That's wrong. And if they want to just do it on your records, that's wrong. Examine the patient, or at least do telemedicine. Okay, Richard, can you let everyone know what your service costs? As much as I can get. No. If you're federal and you're filing a claim that's been accepted, we don't charge you. If you're filing for what's called a CA2, cumulative trauma like carpal tunnel, we'll get that accepted for you, and we'll then retroactively go back and bill the government. So that's federal workers' comp is free to you guys. Now, VA, it's $500 per condition. You had 2 shoulders, it'd be $1,000. If you want a DBQ, it's another $500 for each condition. Now, a neck with tingling down both arms is 1 condition. A back with tingling numbness down both legs is 1 condition. Tinnitus and hearing is one condition. So it's $500 a pop. And that seems to be the cheapest out there. And it's worthwhile. And thank you guys for your service. Now remember, just like the CMP turned this down, some of these people are just criminally fraudulent. But there's a bias against the injured litigant. The insurance company ran an ad for many months, hype time, we fight fake car wreck claims to keep your car insurance premiums down. Buy our car insurance. Now that's a blue collar comedy skit. Hey dummy, buy our insurance, there'll be problems to fight you. It should have put them out of business. But it worked because people subliminally, subconscious, think that anybody files claims is a faker. Well, you're not. And so you veterans, get off your butt and file. And just because you got 10% for the knee doesn't mean anything. You may have been screwed. So a pilot, I got 10% of a knee now, and I just examined it. Your medial collateral ligament is moderately loose, that's 20%. Your anterior cruciate ligament is mildly loose, that's 10%. So you missed out on 30% there, buddy.
Doc, I think you may have skipped one question.
Good.
They were both having to do with furs on page 3.
Page 3, thank you very much, Gary.
The bottom one, JP.
Bottom one, okay. This is JP from Georgia. Scheduled award. Already on first disability, work-related injury within 3-year time frame to file OWC, never did. You've got 3 years to file for a OWCB claim. Now, if you already have a claim, there's no rush. But to get a claim accepted, it has to be within 3 years for cumulative trauma. Acute is a year, but you can probably get away with it. Okay. Now, the question was, does someone still go through video surveillance for the FCE? Yeah, for FCE, they'll do video surveillance, which is just the dumbest thing in the world. Oh, my God. But not like OWCP. Now, the Employee Compensation Appeal Board, which is the Supreme Court of Federal Workers' Comp, said videos are worthless. They may be on medicine. It's not the job which they're doing. And yet I see agencies do it over the time to intimidate patients and employees not to file. Now, if this was in the real world, that'd call RICO environment, racketeering, those people would go to jail. Up until 2009, about every 3 or 4 months, I have some pretty blonde from the Department of Justice come here with some kind of just vague stuff trying to get me to stop doing federal workers' comp. No matter how's your day, I had a fun day. I beat up a blonde bitch for not knowing the law. Follow your law. That's all I want you to do, government. We live in America, and the laws are ridiculously fair for vets and federal, but no one knows them. And everybody thinks they do. And people that have badges don't even read the law. Every time I've gone to federal criminal court, within minutes, the judge has threatened the prosecuting attorney with either contempt or jail. Read my transcripts. You do not want me in court. I know the law, and I'm going to make you obey it. You can't get away with flashing your badge and thinking you can intimidate somebody. I'm the meanest son of a bitch in the room. Because I want you to follow the law. That's all I'm asking for. I want truth, justice, and the American way. Because I was raised on Superman comic books and the Bible. So now, in fact, I even went to federal criminal court over a first case. He got $4,000 on a W-2 and hadn't reported it. You can make up to 80% of your deal. And here he is Monday morning, Texarkana, a room full of private detectives and video people, 3 attorneys of Department of Justice and their aides, over $4,000 W-2. Wasn't even hidden money. They did not report it. And you can see the judge, what the shit? I'm not Judge Judy, and I just raked him over the coals, and the judge threatened that attorney with contempt and jail time. It was so an abusive thing. They want 5 years and $250,000 fine. I said, Your Honor, I think it's only fair. if these 3 attorneys don't know the law and do all this stuff, waste my tax dollars, they'd be drawn and quartered and boiled in oil. And he thought that was funny. So don't waste them on my babies. Okay, is that it?
Yeah.
Have a great Thanksgiving. I'm thankful I'm in this country, but you go to my website and you see pins in the map. These people are going through the same shit people go through in China and Russia and Venezuela. And it's our government's doing it to them. Stop it.